All right. So we have set up our Google Classrooms. We've gotten connected. We have the notifications set the proper way. Let's find out now how we can hand in our assignments. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle Rochford, and I am a grade 7 and 8 online teacher. Now, we have been going through this series on Google Classroom where it's really been a parent and student guide to Google Classroom. Now, today we are going to be taking a look at how it is we can get those assignments handed in. All right, so we are going to switch things up here and move into the computer. And we're going to take a look at different types of assignments that we might possibly come into contact with and how it is that we can make sure that they're submitted properly. This first post here that we see under materials post is what we would call sort of a resource link or materials link. It is a source of information for a student. Okay, and you can tell by the icon that it is here. So notice that that icon looks a little bit different than this. Okay, so this is something that is given. It doesn't have a due date attached to it. It doesn't have anything specific for you to do as a student, but it is information and links provided to you for your information. So if we click on this, we can see the quick description and some of the links that are attached here. Okay. But in order to make sure that we see all of the details, we want to click on View Material. Okay. And this way we have access to the full description, all of the different attachments that have been provided, as well as a place where we can put comments. Okay, now these are general class comments that are attached to this specific post, okay? But everybody is able to see it, okay? So class comments mean that everybody can see it. It is not a private comment between you and the teacher. Okay, so this is one type of post. It doesn't require you to do anything, to submit anything, but it is information that your teacher or instructor would like you to go through. Now, here's the thing, okay? In a few videos back, we talked about that to-do list in finding our different assignments and things like that. Well, this type of post, even though it is super, super important, it has really valuable information, a post like this will not show up on your to-do list. So if your teacher has posts that contain information that they want you to go through, but not necessarily you don't have to hand something in, if you only use your to-do list, you're going to miss out on valuable information. Okay, so this is my one word of caution for using that to-do list. You want to make sure that you don't rely solely on that you really need to be checking your classwork page to make sure that you have interacted with all of the different items your teacher wants you to interact with. All right, we're going to go back here to the classwork page and take a look at some other types of assignments, okay? The assignments icon is the one that kind of looks like a piece of paper or a sketchboard with writing on it, okay? That is what an assignment icon looks like. And here, once again, we can open it up, but we definitely want to go to View Assignment so we can make sure that we see all of the details. One of the things that is included here is what we call a rubric. Okay, now these are really important because these help to let us know what it is that the teacher expects from us from the assignment. Okay, so they will have a list here of, they need to show this skill or this skill and this skill, and you can see how many points each item is worth. Okay. So here, let's read the instructions. It says, for this assignment, the student should upload a file for the teacher to view. Okay, and so the way that we do that is we go over here to this section called Your Work. Okay, and we're going to add or create. When we click on this button, you'll notice that there are a number of different items that we could attach to this assignment. So for example, I could attach something from my Google Drive. So if I had already been working on the assignment ahead of time and I had like a Google Doc or slide or other file in my Google Drive, I could link that file directly to Google Classroom here on the assignment. Okay, and so if I would click on that, it will bring up for me a list of different things that I could include. It could be recent ones. We go specifically to the drive, specifically things that we want to upload. Okay, so we have lots of options there. So whatever is in your Google Drive, you can access to add that to the assignment. Okay, the other thing that you can do is you can provide a link. Okay, so say for example, you had done the assignment using a website outside of Google Classroom, something that's not connected. Okay, maybe you put together a Prezi presentation or something like that. Okay, you would take the shareable link from, if we're going with the Prezi presentation, you'd take that shareable link and you would place the link in here. Okay, and once the link is there, you can press add link, and that will add it for your teacher to be able to see. Okay, and then your teacher will be able to click on that link and it will take them to whatever it was that you created. Okay, the only thing that you need to be careful of when you're including links, make sure that they are the shareable links of things. Okay, so you don't want it to be, you've worked on a video on an online platform and then you provide the link to your desktop on that platform. Your teacher won't be able to access it. You need to make sure that you're finding the link directly to the video, the presentation, whatever it is that you've put together, the proper link. Okay? Some of the other things that you can add here is you can add a file. This will allow you to upload a file from your computer. Okay? Or you can start off new with some different files like a Google Doc, slide, sheets, or drawing. Okay, so let's try this example here. We'll do just a Google Doc. Okay, and so we click on that and you'll notice that it is adding it to our work. Okay, so a Google Doc has now been added. All right, so but how do we get to it and how do we make modifications? Well, it's pretty simple. All you do is just click on it and it will open it up for you. Okay. And so once it's opened up, you can work on, typing in it, presenting your information, whatever it might be that you need to do. Okay. And then there are two ways that you can turn this in. Okay. With a Google Doc, there is a turn in button at the top there. You could turn it in from there, okay? Or say for example, it's something that you're taking time on. So you're working on the doc and you'll just leave it for now. You go back to it and you'll do some more work and things like that, okay? Once you are ready to hand it in, right here on the assignment on Google Classroom, what you do is you click on the blue button that says Turn In. And it will confirm that this is what you want to do. You click Turn In. So what this does is it actually changes the permissions now on that document. It transfers ownership over to the teacher so that you're no longer able to make any changes to that. Okay, so you'll notice that when you come back into it, okay, things look a little bit different. Okay, and your the options that you have available to you here are different because you no longer have edit access, okay, because it's been handed in. Now back on the classwork page, there is one other type of potential assignment that you could come across, and that is the question type of assignment. The icon looks just like this, where it has a question mark. Okay. And these assignments can take on two different forms. So they could be a short answer, okay, or they could be multiple choice. So we can take a look at some of these here. So here's a short answer one. Okay, so we're gonna um, open that up, view the question. Okay, and so the question here is, what is your favorite food? Okay, and so what you will do is you will type in your answers. So let's see. I really like mushrooms. All right. There we go. Okay, and so once we have that all ready to go in, we need to make sure that we're 100% sure that this is what we want. Okay, and then we're going to turn in. Okay, and it will confirm with you that that's what you want to do, because you won't be able to make changes to your answer after you submit it. So with these questions, make sure that what you're putting in is what you want to put in. Okay, and we go turn in, and there we go. Okay, and in this particular one, the teacher has set it up so that once you answer, you can also see the different answers of your classmates. Okay, and you can do that right here, see classmates' answers. Okay, and so if others have responded, you can take a look and see how they've responded, and you can even reply to those responses. Okay, so there we go, our classmates' answers. Okay, and answering with a short answer. Now, the other type that we have here is a multiple choice type of question. Okay, and so if we open this up here, we'll notice that there is a question and some options, and we can answer it directly from here, or we can open it up fully to take a look at everything, including class comments. Okay, so in this question, you're going to answer a multiple choice. So the question is, what do you prefer? Which do you prefer? And so let's say we're going to answer green and turn in. It confirms that yes, that's what we want to do. And then there we go. So we're able to see here what our response is. Okay. So there we have the multiple choice option. So these are the different types of assignments that you might potentially come across in Google Classroom. And that is exactly how you can answer the questions or submit assignments. In our next video, we're going to be talking a little bit about the options for turning in assignments when you don't have to provide like a document, or what happens when you submit something and you forgot to do something, and so you want to take it back. You need editing access again to be able to change things up. And so we'll talk a little bit about what you can do in that circumstance. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.